Welcome, everybody. The official Sports Stacking League Twitch competition. Some of these stackers currently hold world records, and other stackers have blown their divisions out of the water.
Oh, okay, alright, that was the first attempt.
Ooh, there we go. No fumble.
597. This is very, very close.
Gentlemen, this is the most competition we've ever had in a bracket.
Oh, having some trouble there.
Congrats to everybody else for being very close.
Looks like a solid time.
Finish it off clean. Welcome.
Hello.
I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official Sports Stacking League Twitch competition. My name is Skinny Lynch, and I'll be your host for this tournament, along with Lawrence Masserin. And in this episode, we have 8 stackers to show consistency, speed, and overall, who is the best of the best. Some stackers shown today are currently world record holders, and others have blown the division out of the water. And I must say, I am really excited for this one, because as of right now, it is so close. It is neck and neck. Probably the closest it's ever been. What do you think?
It's really so close. So last episode we saw, I believe it was Team Blue. And Team Blue was the one who had the deficit before, right?
No, Team Red was the one who had
So Team Red had the deficit before. And last episode we just saw them be able to finally start to get ahead, and they really closed the gap. So they're much more in line with each other with this upcoming match. So let's take a look at this real quick. Yeah. So you can see that Team Blue currently has 69 points and Team Red has 63, which is only a 6-point difference between the two. So that's a lot closer than, I believe, 12 points the difference was before. In addition, we could see that Tyler Hollis still has the most amount of points for Team Red, and Karif Ullah has the most amount of points for Team Blue. So they're really being able to rack up those points for their teams.
All right, so let's move on to our first event here with the Cumulative 3.
The Cumulative 3 is going to be an interesting event today because it is a leaderboard event. But however, each stacker is only going to get 1 attempt per stack to add to their overall combined time. If they scratch their first attempt, then a grace attempt is given. But if they scratch both those attempts, then their time is going to be, or rather their rank in the leaderboard is going to be much lower than the other stackers. So each stacker is going to have 1 attempt for the 3-3-3, 1 attempt for the 3-6-3, and 1 attempt for their cycle, and each time will be added to their overall combined time. Of course, these stackers are going to be ranked based on their overall combined time, and I already mentioned the scratches, and so if you have no scratches, you're going to be ranked higher than any stacker who does have a scratch.
All right, let's move on to our first stacker, Tyler Hollis. From New York, 14 years old. Currently, actually the fastest stacker in this tournament, so it is right to start off with him being 7th in the world with an overall of 8.479. Let's bring him up, and remember, he only has 1 attempt for each stack, so it might be interesting. Anything is possible.
Definitely. I mean, we've always seen some strong performances, especially from Tyler Hollis. He's typically been one of the fastest, most consistent stackers we've had. Yet with an event like this where you only get 1 attempt, it's going to be pretty hard. Ooh. Like, he had a mess up on that first up stack in the 3-3-3. So that's 2.388 is his 3-3-3 time. And since that is clean, we're moving right into the 3-6-3. So he has 1 attempt for the 3-6-3. And if he scratches this first attempt, he will get a grace attempt.
All right. Oh, bit of a fumble there, but it
has some trouble. Has some trouble on that down stack. Is that clean?
I believe so.
So I believe. Oh, actually, no, that was a scratch. That was a scratch. Yeah, there is some trouble in the up stack and down stack. He was touching 2 stacks at the same time. 2.088. So, like we said, if you scratch your first attempt in any event, you get a grace attempt.
I must also add that that is exactly 0.3 better than his 3-3-3 by the millisecond.
Is it really?
Yeah, that is insane. All right, and going all out for his cycle, as it seems.
He got so lucky that his 3-6-3 was a scratch. 5.684 is his cycle time. That's a really good overall combined time. that's actually really good, even with that. All right, so we have our next stacker up. Trey Griffith from Texas, also age 14, ranked 35th in the world. So another extremely fast stacker. He has a 9.239 overall. So let's bring him up right now because he's already looking ready to go. So as we mentioned, we want to make sure that each attempt you have is clean. So
the Griffiths competing both today.
That's true. Jimmy Griffith, Trey's father, is also competing today as well. So it'll be interesting to see that family rivalry.
Yeah, might I add, with the 1.881 for his 333, is that a white stem and a white cup keeper?
That is a white stem and a white cup keeper. Yes, I believe that's part of the 2017 Asian Open Pro Series. Is it not?
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
Either that or it's the prototypes as of right now, Hyungjin Choi Pro Series 2.
All right, those are rumored 2.584, a solid 363 time, but definitely not the fastest time, especially compared to Tyler Hall's 2.08. But he still has cycle.
Still a cycle to catch it up.
Are they on the same team?
No, Tyler is the team captain for Team Red, and Trey is the team captain for
Wow,
Team.
I completely forgot about that. So it looks like these two team captains are going right off the bat right now.
Oh.
6.404, that's a solid cycle time from Trey.
Not bad at all.
So it looks like 3 solid times from Trey, so excellent job to him.
All right, we'll be moving on to our next stacker, Aaron Klein. From Florida, 13 years of age. His world rank has just improved as of recently from his tournament at Atlanta with a personal best of 15.330 overall. Let's see what he has to pull off.
So Aaron Klein always had some very interesting cup choices. He was about to use his Black Flame snap tops, which are
How do you just swap it out like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I know there are some people who are able to just go back and forth between very different sets, but I just can't do it, especially right before a tournament like this.
Yeah, not one of those people, but it turns out that he is, and we've given him the signal for his 333. Remember, he only gets 1 attempt for each stack, so he's really going to have to show us what he's got.
Well, it's interesting with switching sets, though, Keen, because don't you use a different set in for every stack whenever you compete?
Yeah, I guess that is a good point, but it's more so the factor of getting to practice with those sets and those stacks separately.
Ooh, so it looks like Aaron had a scratch on his first attempt, so he is going to get 1 grace attempt for 333. So he's going to want to make sure this 333 is clean. So I'd play it safe if I was him.
Yeah, because this is important.
Yeah, it's always tough to try to see what you can do without fumbling. Okay, there we go. He does get a clean time. 2.426 is his 333 time.
Alrighty, not too bad, not too bad.
All right, so we'll be moving on to the 363 for him.
I also noticed that he didn't give us the paper, the flipping paper.
Oh no, having some trouble on that 6. Okay. Oh, I think he just scratched it. I think he just intentionally scratched his 363 time. So
he's like, I'll get it ready for the second attempt.
Yeah, I think that's actually his strategy right there. So he has his grace attempt for 363 right now.
Right.
Has some trouble on that up stack, but he does finish clean. So he's going to want to make sure this 333. 4.115 is his time for 363. So had a bit of a fumble there, but if he can get a good cycle time,
might be able to keep it up.
He'll definitely be able to offset it. And he's only the 3rd stacker too. We have 8 stackers today, is it?
Yes, 8 stackers today.
8 stackers. So he does have a decent amount of competition today. So here comes his cycle. All right, so we'll be moving on. Everything's clean so far. Oh, has some trouble. Okay, he does go back and fix that up stack, so that will be clean. Wait, did he scratch that? Yeah, his down stack did not go properly when he down stacked the 110-1, so he is going to have a grace attempt. He's had a grace attempt in all 3 stacks.
He's like, second attempt is always the best. Save the best for seconds.
But he does finish clean. True. So, was that a scratch, or did he stop the timer after? Oh,
okay.
So we are getting confirmation he actually did stop the timer after he fixed his fumble. So,
all right.
All right. So that will be his time.
Okay.
All right. So we'll be moving on to our next stacker, Jimmy Griffith, age 46, from Texas. If you recognize the last name, that is because he's Trey Griffith's father. 18.108 overall. Let's bring him up right now. And you can see he definitely does bear a resemblance to Trey. Just a little bit. There's Trey on this side over there. Yeah, I mean, they're probably related, right? Like,
well, yeah. All right.
And so he'll be starting up with the 3-3. Like we said, 1 attempt per stack unless you scratch. There you go, 3.450. Solid attempt from Jimmy. Sorry, that's not Trey.
That's not Trey.
Jimmy Griffith. Yes. All right. So 363 coming up right now. And I just want to point out, I love seeing these older stackers stack, especially in these tournament settings, because it's not just a sport for people ages under 21 or anything. We're seeing people of all ages stacking, and it's always fun to watch.
Has a little bit of a fumble there, but he fixes it up.
He does fix it, so that will be counted clean. 9.068 is his 363 time. So because that was clean, we'll be moving on to the cycle, and I can see Trey stacking upside down with some minis.
Keeping it creative.
Getting a drink real quick before moving on to his cycle. Looking smooth so far. Nice.
Wait,
solid time. What's that?
I think I just noticed,
Showing the timer.
I think I just noticed were Trey and Jimmy wearing their same shirt?
I don't know about the same shirt, but same color. Huh, that's pretty cool. All right, so I guess we'll be moving on. Excellent job to Jimmy Griffith. Our next stacker up is Tim Brown, age 14 from Connecticut. We're seeing a lot of 14-year-olds in these tournaments, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
All right, so world rank of 405 with a 10 overall. So let's bring him up, and it looks like he's just about ready to go. Already warming up his 3-3-3. You've seen Tim Brown compete in a lot of tournaments before, right, Kian?
Yeah, he's been in quite a few tournaments. Looks like he got something pretty good for his 3-3-3.
0.814 is his 3-3-3 time, so a solid time for that. So we'll be moving on to 3-6-3. I haven't really seen Tim Brown compete at many in many WSSA tournaments. So, but you say he's a pretty solid, consistent stacker, right?
Yeah, he seems to be really consistent in tournaments, and I think he was pretty happy with that right there.
2.250. Yeah, it's looking like he's pretty consistent right now. It's always good to be able to get those solid times whenever you need to, especially in an event like this where you only have one attempt.
Yep. All right, he's going up for a cycle now. Alrighty, nice start.
He's very consistent. Oh no, just as I say that. Looks like he's keeping that cycle time, yeah. 7.223, a pretty solid time from Tim Brown. So looks like he's doing pretty well. So looks like we're going to be taking a look at this leaderboard real quick.
All right, let's see what we have. All right, so it's not too far off. At least for the first two stackers, with Tyler Hollis with a 10.160 and Trey Griffith with a 10.869. It seems like that the first stacker and the last stacker are sitting with Team Red, and just in the middle we have that Team Blue sandwich fill-in.
That's true. I feel like that always happens in a lot of these tournaments, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of just one and one and then the middle. All right, let's move on to our next stacker. We have for Team Red, Joshua McKenzie from Virginia, 16 years old, currently with 429th world rank with a personal best of 10.951. Not bad at all. So let's see what he can pull off in this tournament.
And we will point out, like we said, he is on Team Red, so he's definitely a good shot for Team Red to try and get some points back and try to maybe even get into the lead too. Yeah,
they aren't that far behind, so anything is possible right now.
Is Karif Ullah going to be stacking today, or no?
He is not.
He's not, okay. And he seemed like he was always the toughest competition for Tyler, so this definitely may be Team Red's chance. But so that was a clean 3-3-3, so that's 2.482 is the time. So we will be moving on to 3-6-3 for Joshua McKenzie.
Right.
Slight fumble on the down stack, but he did fix it before stopping the timer.
That's the one part of this you have to really keep consistency, and it's a bummer that Karif isn't here because this is one part where he really is strong in. So, all right, looks like that wasn't too bad at all. 2.546.
Mm-hmm. Solid time for his 3-6-3. That almost beat his 3-3-3 actually, but not quite. So it looks like he'll be moving on his cycle. Like we said, one attempt per stack here, and it looks like he's staying through with the yellow snap tops the entire time. Oh no, having some trouble on that up stack.
Oh.
And that down stack, but that was clean. Oh, okay. He scratched his cycle, so looks like he's going to be doing a grace attempt for cycle.
You ever think that, with that grace attempt, you kind of just scratch it on purpose just so you can get that extra attempt in case you don't like your first one?
7.313. I was actually wondering about that because he did get a very solid cycle after that because of that grace attempt. I'll tell you straight up, if I was competing in this event, that's exactly what I would be doing.
Yeah, I mean, if my first attempt isn't good, might as well just scratch it all together.
Yeah, all right. So moving on, we have Betsy Sanchez, age 12, from Texas, a very strong rank of 139th with an 11.067 overall. Let's bring her up right now. And I say this every tournament. I feel like her stacking is always so much fun to watch. And her style is unique, and her hair, I gotta mention it every time. It's just it seems like an unneeded obstacle, but she could really just show off how she's able to stack really well.
All right, she's also very
kind of nervous. Oh, very nervous, or very consistent rather. 1.933. You could tell by her reaction she was a little nervous, but she definitely got it.
It's understandable being nervous, and I'm a bit curious. Is that world rank for combined, or is it just for females?
I believe that is combined females. That world rank.
Alrighty, so
2.502, solid 363 time, almost at 2.4. So we move the cycle for Betsy. Betsy, I feel like, is one of the most consistent stackers in these tournaments. I rarely see her mess up unless she really has to go all out.
Yeah, she's really been keeping it up. I mean, even that heated event with Karifu, that was really interesting.
That was so great to watch last episode. That was such a good event.
Yeah, all right.
And speaking of this event, 7.367 is her cycle time. So that's a solid overall for Betsy Sanchez. No major mess-ups in that, as expected.
Not bad
for her.
At all.
She's Team Red, right?
Yeah, she is from Team Red.
That'll definitely help out Team Red.
All right, let's go to Team Blue with our final stacker, Joshua Kleindenst, from Florida, 18 years old, currently 104th in the world with a 10.044 overall. And let's bring him up right now to see what he has.
It's always interesting to see each stacker's warm-up routines because there are some stackers who just try to go slow, never try to go fast, and then you have other stackers who just go all out with every single attempt.
Right. So let's see what Josh is going to do.
Yeah. It looks like the way he warms up is just going slow and steady, and then just going all out for the attempt.
Oh, nice.
1.899, solid 333 time for him. So we'll be moving on to 363 for his first attempt, or rather his only attempt in the 363.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, that's a good clean time. 2.387 is his 363 time. So we'll be moving on to cycle. So cycle, again, he has one attempt. He's in a pretty solid place right now. So if he gets a good cycle time, he'll definitely be able to earn Team Blue some points right now. Though it looks like Team Blue is already being able to go a little bit ahead, and we'll be going over the leaderboard very soon. But first we got to do Joshua's cycle. And he's just scratching his first attempt, so he's going straight into cycle his grace attempt, and it looks like it's going pretty solid.
All right.
6.939. That is his time. So that'll be a cycle time. But that's a solid cycle time. So excellent job to Joshua Kleindenst and all of the stackers. So let's bring up this leaderboard and see what these results are for this event.
All right. Ooh. That's really close with some of these times. All right, so we see our lead very far ahead with Tyler Hollis at 10.160 lead with a 2.388. So not too strong on the 333, but that's okay because a 2.088 on the 363 and a 5.684 on the cycle. Remember, these stackers only have one attempt and one grace attempt at best. And then Troy Griffith with second with a 10.869. Joshua Kleindenst and Tim Brown, both representing Team Blue, with third and fourth place, both like 0.06 behind. And then that is the rest of the bracket. So I think now we're going to go into a commercial break.
No, we're going to be showing the scorecard real quick, actually. So Let's take a look and see what these point values are. And it looks like Team Blue is still ahead, but only by 4 points now. Team Blue with an 87 points for their team, and Team Red with 83. Joshua Klein is now up to 22 points for his team, and Tyler Hollis with now the most amount of points out of anyone in this competition, 32 points for Tyler Hollis.
All right.
So it looks like everyone is doing an excellent job. But before we go on to our second event, it looks like we're going to be going to a quick commercial break.
Competition did sort of get a negative connotation for a long time, that it was unfair and that it made kids feel poorly about themselves. We sort of got to that phase where everybody gets a ribbon and everybody gets a trophy or a medal.
On the double whistle, ready?
Life is competitive. I mean, when you're applying for jobs, when you're applying to get into colleges, you're competing against other kids and other people who want that same job as you. Hopefully putting your best foot forward and doing everything that you can do to win that job, win that place in school. That's life. You learn more when you lose, bottom line. I'm Doug Baker, PE teacher at Renaissance Magnet School in Castle Rock, Colorado. I teach tumbling, I teach archery, rock climbing. I love football, basketball, baseball, all those sports are great, but there are so many opportunities for kids to do that stuff outside in their community. I'm looking for more lifetime sports. What can I do for the rest of my life to stay physically fit? Cup stacking is a lifetime sport. I am a high school wrestling coach at Douglas County High School here in Castle Rock. I was a tennis coach for a few years as well. Because sports stacking was getting so popular, I actually decided to give up that coaching to start a sports stacking club team. One of the great things about sports stacking is the best kid doesn't always win. I like that anybody can be good at it, from the best athlete in the school to someone who never considered themselves to be an athlete. I came across sports stacking when my principal came in and said, "We need to use the gym. Today you're going to have to teach in the cafeteria." So I was very limited in what I could do, so I started to scramble that morning. So I'd go back to my storage closet, I'd come across some cups, and it was a great day, even though I was stuffed down in the cafeteria for the day, and I couldn't believe not only how much I enjoyed it, but how engaged and excited the kids were. The group order fell into my lap because our kindergarten teacher here was really hooked with sports stacking as well. And she came to me and said, we should do a group order. It helps our school out and we can get more stuff here. I probably received 20 to 30 sets of cups, easily a classroom set, and I've almost built up an entire classroom set of mats and timers as well from my group orders. I mean, 10% back from everything that we do is huge in today's age where budgets constantly get cut and you need to find creative ways to get more equipment for yourself. There's no better way and you can't go wrong. I'm never gonna say no to free equipment. Give it a chance. You never know what's gonna happen in your school, and to see the excitement and the growth in your kids almost instantly is very rewarding. I love it. I can't believe how much fun it still is 10 years later. It's amazing.
And we are back. So welcome back to the 4th episode of Season 1 of the Stacking League. And it's already shaping up to be a pretty good competition. We are seeing a lot of fast stacking. We had an interesting event for the first event, and it looks like we're going to be having another interesting event coming up right now, right, Kian?
Oh my goodness, yes. Let me tell you guys about it. So it is bracket Raise the Bar for 363. So stackers will be paired and will be alternating their time stacking. So the first stacker will get a single try to set the bar, and if they scratch, they will get a grace attempt just like the last event. Stacker 2, the second stacker competing, will get 3 tries to beat that time, and if they are successful, then it'll go back and forth until one of them is unsuccessful in beating the other person's time. And the winner will move on further in the bracket until there's only one person left as the champion. So let's take a look at the bracket round.
And it looks like we have, in the very beginning, it's the battle between team captains, Tyler Hollis versus Trey Griffith. So that's going to be a very interesting match. Later on, we have Aaron Klein and Jimmy G, as I'm going to be saying, because that's what it says on the bracket, followed by Tim Brown and Joshua McKenzie. And then finally, Bessie Sanchez versus Joshua Kleinden. So it's going to be some pretty interesting matchups.
All right, I'm excited. Are you excited, Lawrence?
I am excited. Are you excited, Kian?
Of course I'm excited. So let's get right into it. Let's not hesitate any longer.
Of course. So first up is going to be Tyler Hollis versus Trey Griffith, the two team captains. Tyler representing Team Red and Trey representing Team Blue. As we said before, this is going to be the Raise the Bar 363. So Tyler has one attempt for a baseline time. And that's already a 2.113. Solid time. So let's bring Trey over now. Trey has 3 attempts to try to beat that 2.113. Sorry, did I say 2 attempts? 3 attempts.
Yeah, 3 attempts.
Yes, 3 attempts to try and beat that. Time. So it looks like he's going right now. 2.474, not quite what he wants. He has to beat a 2.113. So he has 2 more attempts. 2 more attempts, and he will be ready to go. And also I'm tired. Kian, they are not wearing the same shirt. 2.143.
So close.
Almost, but not quite. The time to beat was 2.113. Just 0.03 of a second slower than Tyler's time. So Trey has 1 more attempt.
Come on, Trey, you can do it, man.
2.073. He beat it. He did get it. So congratulations to Trey. So it looks like we're bringing it back to Tyler. So Tyler Hollis now has 3 attempts to beat 2.073. Very good performance from both stackers already.
Not too bad, not too bad. I really hope it does get clutch, though, because I always love those really clutch matches.
Every viewer knows this. I love Raise the Bar. It looks like he already got it. First attempt. 1.932.
Wow.
That's ridiculous. So, all right. Looks like he got that on his first attempt. So we're going back to Trey.
Wow. Trey's might have a bit of a hard time beating that, but I believe in him. I
think everyone believes in Trey. Trey is just one of those stackers that everyone just seems to love. Everyone seems to really just remember how fast he is, how consistent he is. 4.234, not going to do it, so he'll be moving right on to his second attempt. Remember, the time to beat is 1.932 seconds.
Right.
So it's going to be pretty interesting to watch. Can't quite get it on that up stack. Still can't beat that time. Trey has 1 more attempt, representing Team Blue, trying to beat Tyler Hollis's 1.932.
Righty.
This is the battle of the team captains right now.
Yeah.
1.983. Gets the 1 second 363, but it does not beat Tyler. Excellent stacking from both stackers, but congratulations to Tyler. He'll be moving on in bracket.
Representing Team Red are a little bit behind.
That is true. Tyler is definitely going to want to see if he can get some more points. Yeah, they're definitely trying to see if they can get a few more points for Team Red, because that would be really good. They're trying to see if they can make that gap a little bit smaller, because Team Blue has been ahead for a while now in this competition. He's using some very interesting set. That's a really old set of yellows, isn't it, Kian?
Oh, I think it is, yeah.
Looks like that, man. Those are like classic, like 2012 cups right there.
Oh yeah. All right.
So it's like he has a solid base time. Still can't beat that time. Oh, could we? We weren't able to see it though, so that's going to be causing some issues.
All right, so we're gonna have to notify him that we couldn't see his time.
Oh, there we go. Okay, we got it. 4.492. So we did. That's his 360 time. So moving on, there we go to Jimmy G, the one and only Jimmy G. So 3 attempts. He's gonna have 3 attempts to beat 4.492 into 363. And we were just able to see they do have the same color shirt, but not the same shirt.
Yeah, now I realize it.
4098.
Yes, he did it. Jimmy, let's go, Jimmy. 4.098 is the time. So
good job to Jimmy Griffith.
Aaron. 492. So we did. That's his 360 time. So So it looks like he's warming up a little bit, just trying to make sure he can go on to his first attempt.
We must remember that some of these stackers may have slower internet, and just as I say that,
3.140, that is a very, very wide improvement. Almost a second faster than the time he had to beat.
yeah, all right, so now we're going to be moving back to Jimmy G.
Jimmy G, it's all about that Jimmy G. I mean, I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but I mean, I'm rooting for my man Jimmy G over here, you know? It's all about Jimmy G. Let's go, Jimmy G. You got it.
Come on,
all right,
Jimmy G.
3.140 is the time to beat.
Might be a bit difficult, but I have faith.
3.844. Not quite, but he did beat his time earlier, so moving on to his second attempt. Once again, 3.140 is the time to beat. Oh, and looks like that is clean. So for those who don't know, when the timer is stopped, all the cups must have at least a part of the cups on the mat. And if that's not the case, then it's a scratch. So it looks like he had a slight fumble. 5.217 is the time. 5.217, that does not beat it, so he's going to have one more attempt.
Also, we would like to apologize for the overlay covering the actual time. Do not worry, we will give you guys the right time.
Yeah, we'll be letting you guys know what these times are. Shout outs to the people who are working on this stream and making sure we have all the information we need. He who shall not be named. 4.289, that does not do it, so good tries from Jimmy G, but Aaron Klein will be taking this round, so excellent job to both stackers. Wow, Trey and Jimmy are really matching right now.
Yeah, all right, so let's take a look, and it looks like our next matchup will be Tim Brown versus Joshua McKenzie. That should be interesting.
That's a very good matchup. They're very similar in speed, I feel like. Very similar in speed and pretty similar in consistency. So this match is going to be really.
Might I add, in a previous match, Aaron Klein beat Tyler Hollis in rapid fire. So it
that's
will be
true
to see the revenge match here. All right, and also Betsy Sanchez versus Joshua Klein. Klein does. Okay, sorry, I had it the other way around. Thought of the wrong Joshua. Let's move on.
Let's bring it up. So Tim Brown going up first, setting a baseline time for 363. So,
Wow.
so for those who don't know the rules, if you scratch your first attempt in setting a baseline time, you do get a grace attempt. So I think that was what Tim was going for. So we will be going on to his grace attempt. We gotta see if that's the best solution we have. I mean, this is definitely playing with the rules a little bit. Okay. I think that's karma for messing with it. Looks like he's just not even trying to get it fast, just trying to do a clean time. It is clean, so he's still in it. 9.742 is his time.
Wow.
About 4 times slower than your typical 363 from Tim Brown. But moving on, we have Joshua McKenzie, who will have 3 attempts to beat 9.742.
All right, let's see what we have. Oh, he's pointed at us.
Also to the audience, we can't actually hear any of the stackers' audio, so it's our best guess to see what they're saying. Yeah, he beat it. That's
wow, shocker of the century.
With that fumble, still under half of the original time. So moving on to Tim Brown, he's going to have to beat an incredibly fast 4.156 into 363.
Yeah.
You know,
if that were cycle, it would be a different story. But
yeah, for sure. Oh, he has a scratch. Okay. So
don't worry, he has 2 attempts to beat that.
2 more attempts to beat, what is it, 4.156?
Yeah.
What would you try to do in this situation? Would you go all out in your first 2? Or would you just go for a safe, solid time for like a little marginal improvement?
Well, let's see what Tim Brown just got.
2.567. Definitely getting more in line with, definitely more in line with what these stackers are looking for.
Right. This should be an interesting matchup. Hopefully it goes back and forth, because that's what it's looking like right now, and would be interesting to see what happens.
Shuffling the cups around a little bit. 2.657 is the time. We'll see when we finally get some non-fumble times from either of these stackers. Looks like he's ready to go pretty soon. Has some trouble on that last 3 up stack, but he has 3 attempts. That will not be beating the 2.657, so we're moving on right on to the second attempt. You know, Tim Brown's just making the 3 fall over. That was probably the funniest thing I've seen in a long while.
All right.
Has some trouble again. That last 3 up stack, 3.307, that is not going to do it, so he has 1 more attempt. Joshua McKenzie is representing Team Red right now, and Team Red is trying to look to get a few extra points right now.
Yeah, so this is important.
This is definitely important. This may end up changing a lot of the bracket.
Oh,
he messed up. So far in the semifinals, we have Tyler Hollis, Aaron Klein, and Tim Brown. So the last matchup will be Betsy Sanchez versus Joshua Kleindienst, and that's going to be another interesting matchup. 2 very consistent stackers in the 3-6-3. This is the 3-6-3.
Oh, actually, we might be having a small bit of connection problems from Betsy's.
Well, you might.
Oh, there
be.
we go.
All right, so looks like we'll be moving right on to Betsy Sanchez. So Betsy Sanchez will be trying to set the baseline time, and Joshua Kleindienst will be trying to beat that time. So 1 attempt from Betsy Sanchez.
I have learned to now never doubt Betsy Sanchez because she might be able to pull this off. Who knows?
She is such a strong, consistent stacker. 2.807, a solid time from her, so that will be the baseline time. Joshua Kleindienst now will be having 3 attempts to try to beat that time. 2.807 is the time to beat. So, like 3-6-3 raise the bar is always interesting because it's such a short stack that it gets rid of a lot of like the speed differences between the fastest stackers and the slowest stackers, don't you think?
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know, there's a bit of a speed difference, funny enough, just with Joshua McKenzie himself, because he has a really, really good 3-3-3, but his 3-3-3 and his cycler aren't as caught up with speed. But it is interesting.
So it looks like Joshua Kleindienst scratched his first 3-6-3, so he has 2 more attempts. Like we said, the time to beat is 2.80. Yes, 2.807 is the time to beat. So we'll see just how he does. He's definitely trying to see if he can get rid of some of those nerves. It looks like he's not actually the kind of stacker to try to go forward.
Okay.
Telling us this is his second attempt, and he is getting a solid time. 2.326 is his time.
All right, not too bad at all from Joshua Kleindienst. So we're going to be going back to Betsy to see if she can beat that 2.326.
I don't know now. Do your best.
This looks like she's still getting some warm-ups done. Betsy Sanchez seems to be another stacker who just values slow, steady warm-ups rather than going all out every time, don't you think?
Yeah, most definitely. Just you want to try to build up that consistency beforehand. In first attempt, 3.671, not going to do it, but she still has 2 more attempts to beat that 2.326 from Joshua.
Betsy Sanchez is on the red team, so like we've been saying a lot, she's really trying to see if she could earn some points for the red team. Red team is really looking to try and close that gap between Team Red and Team Blue.
All right. Huh. And I just got a signal that is letting us know that Betsy's personal record might actually be around the time that Joshua Kleindienst got. But I'm not doubting her.
All right, so it looks like we're going to be going to 3rd attempt.
Ooh. Not going to do it.
Not going to be able to do it for Team Red. Unfortunate, but congratulations to both stackers. But it looks like Joshua Kleindienst will be moving on in this 3-6-3 bracket. So excellent job to both competitors.
All right. Not bad at all from either side. So now we have 2 new brackets for our semifinals. Tyler Hollis versus Aaron Klein, round 2. and Tim Brown versus Joshua Kleindienst.
And it looks
now
like
we must note that there are 3 stackers from Team Blue and only 1 stacker from Team Red, so Tyler is really going to have to pull it off here. But we will see what's going to happen right after this commercial break. All right, guys, we're back, and now we're going to be moving on to our semifinal event. We have 2 more brackets, and I honestly don't know what's going to happen in the semifinals. What do you think, Lawrence? What do you think?
It's going to be interesting to watch because we only have 1 Team Red stacker left, and that's Tyler Hollis. So he's going to really try and see if he can take the top of this bracket because he really wants to earn points for his team. We have 3 very strong stackers from Team Blue, though, so of course it's anyone's game.
All right, so let's just move right on into it and see what happens.
All right, so the first matchup is Tyler Hollis versus, I believe, Aaron Klein.
Yes.
Yes, Tyler Hollis representing Team Red, Aaron Klein representing Team Blue. So Tyler really wants to make sure he can get as many points as he can for Team Red. This is Raise the Bar 363.
Ooh.
Already a solid time, 2.042, an excellent first attempt from Tyler Hollis. So moving right on to Aaron Klein. So let's see how this is going to go. I don't think we're allowing that. Everyone has to be using speed stacks.
Really showing off the shades there.
Cups.
Just making sure
this is another one of his so I think we're just going to be scratching him for the rest. So I believe we're just going right on. So congratulations to Tyler Hollis. And we're going to be going straight into our next bracket.
Right.
So our next bracket is Tim Brown versus Joshua Kleindienst, right?
Yes,
and that's going to be Team Blue. So this is actually a team kill right now. 2.594 is going to be the baseline time. So it looks like Joshua Kleindienst will now have 3 attempts to try to beat that. He is. So it looks like he'll be moving right on. Team kill right now. 2.594 is going to be the baseline time. So it looks like 2.386. That does beat the time. So excellent job to Joshua Kleindienst. He'll be sending it back over.
All right, this should be interesting.
This is good. I think this might be a really good match. 2.386 is the time. So going back to Tim Brown. Tim Brown will now be having 3 attempts. There we go. There he is. 3 attempts to beat 2.386. Excuse me. Oh, I wonder if he beat it. Did he?
What do you think?
Oh no, 2.626. That's his first attempt, so he's going to have 2 more attempts and try to do better.
All right.
Has some trouble on that up stack. Or was it the up stack or the down stack where the fumble happened?
I believe it was the up stack.
I believe he has 1 more attempt. He's going to, or he has 1 more attempt, right?
Yep,
right,
there's
so,
1 more attempt for him.
Oh no, has trouble on that down stack, so he won't. Solid time from Tim Brown, or solid tries, but it looks like Joshua Kleindienst will be moving on to the final against Tyler Hollis. Congratulations to both stackers. It's a 13.086. Good job to Tim Brown finishing off his attempt, even though he messed up. It's always good to remember to never give up in this sport, and in anything, really.
Yeah, alrighty. So let's just take one more look at the bracket to show our final competitors. As we can see, Tyler Hollis and Joshua Kleiness have taken the wins against everybody else in their paths, and Joshua Kleiness has done the same. So now it is the final match, Tyler Hollis versus Joshua Kleindienst. All right.
So it's going to be an interesting match. Two very strong stackers, and I believe we're starting with Tyler Hollis will be setting the baseline time.
Yep.
All right, so we'll be bringing on Tyler, and it's always important to note he seems to be very fast and very consistent today. He's always doing extremely well. All right, so we'll be moving on. Rocking a different set of cups, actually. Yellow snap tops instead of his normal Pro Series. What do you think of that?
Not bad. Not a bad decision. All right. Ooh.
Looks like it's working pretty well. 2.191 is the time. So excellent job for Tyler Hollis setting that baseline time. So moving on to Joshua Kleindienst. Now 3 attempts to try to beat that 2.191. Tyler Hollis representing Team Red, trying to earn a lot more points for his team. Joshua Kleindienst on the blue side, trying to hopefully widen that gap between both teams.
Alrighty. Let's see what he does.
It's going to be an interesting matchup for sure.
Ooh.
So looks like he scratched his first attempt and then going right onto his 2 point. Oh, now 2.284. That did not beat the time, so he's going straight onto the third. 2.214. Unfortunately, those were his 3 attempts. He went right after the other.
Wow. So he really just went all the way for it.
Yeah, he almost got it. That was actually a really good performance from him, but unfortunately not going to do it. So congratulations to both stackers, but it looks like Tyler Hollis will be the champion of this bracket. Excellent job to all of our stackers today. We've seen some very good stacking, very good stacking. So before we take a look at this final bracket, let's take a minute to get a word from one of our sponsors. It's going to be an interesting match. And it looks like we're back. So as we saw in the bracket, Tyler Hollis was able to take that bracket over a very decisive lead over just about everyone he stacked against, which was truly a testament to how well he can stack in these competitions.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so weird to see the points right now. I mean, Aaron Klein, Joshua Kleindienst, and Karif Ulau, both with over 20 points for their team, while Tyler is the only one with over 20 points for his team. So it is kind of a mixed bag right now, but there is one more tournament after this, and anything is still possible.
Or are there 2 more episodes? Oh, wait, no, there is 1 more episode. You're right, Kian. It looks like Team Blue has a pretty solid lead with 111 points, and Team Red has 87 points. So it's going to be really important for Team Red to try to do the best they can in this next event, because that lead is really starting to get big, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. But we might also have to calculate the votes later on, because there might have been a slighter error from previous times, so nothing is confirmed. But make sure to stay tuned for the next tournament. And all I want to say left is thank you guys so much for coming along. Make sure you stay tuned, stack fast, and we'll see you in the next event. Welcome, everybody. The official Sports Stacking League Twitch competition. Some of these stackers currently hold world records, and other stackers have blown their divisions out of the water.
Oh, okay, alright, that was the first attempt.
Ooh, there we go. No fumble.
597. This is very, very close.
Gentlemen, this is the most competition we've ever had in a bracket.
Oh, having some trouble there.
Congrats to everybody else for being Very close.
Looks like a solid time for Mike.
Finish it off clean.